The silent theft. Welcome. Before you click away, before you check that notification, I want you to do me one favor. Stop just for this moment. Look around the room you're in. Look at the life you've built up to this very second. And be honest, fiercely honest, with the person staring back at you in the mirror. Are you living the life your potential promised? Or are you just serving the sentence of your habits? Every single person watching this holds a universe of unrealized power. We talk about success, we talk about freedom, about financial independence, about finding that impossible happiness. We desire the mountaintop, but we are too comfortable sleeping at the base. You are here because you are searching for a push, a spark, the magic word that will change everything. Let me give you the magic word now. And I'm not here to tell you a fluffy story. I'm here to hand you a financial statement for your life. A statement that shows your potential as an asset and your excuses as debt. I'm not here to motivate you. Motivation is cheap. It's a burst of energy that fades. I'm here to install discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your reality. Today we start collecting the debt you owe yourself. If you want the real conversation, the uncomfortable truth, the blueprint for the person you know you should be, then stay. Feel this. Listen like your future depends on it. Because it does. Let's begin. Lesson 1. The currency of attention. Where is your wealth flowing? Time is not your most valuable asset. Your focused attention is. We often say, I don't have time, but that's a lie. We all have 24 hours. The difference between the person who is creating their future and the person who is complaining about their present is simple. Where do they spend their attention currency? Think of your mind as a spotlight. It can only focus intensely on one thing at a time. Every hour you spend scrolling mindlessly, consuming other people's drama, or engaging in shallow tasks, you are paying the price of potential. You are funding someone else's dream with your most finite resource. The silent theft. You are being robbed by your phone. Not by a thief, but by the convenience of distraction. You are being robbed by procrastination, which is just the act of choosing comfort over courage. You are being robbed by the small talk and small minds that surround you, dragging your energy into their limited orbits. Your first act of discipline: guard the gates of your mind. You wouldn't let strangers walk into your house and steal your money. So why do you let low-value noise steal your focus? Action segment, the 10-minute audit. Stop dreaming about tomorrow. Look at yesterday. Write it down. List the top 3 things you spent the most time on yesterday. Assign a value. Give each task a score, 10. Essential growth to 1. Waste escape. Calculate the cost. If your top 3 tasks scored below a 5, you are running a financial deficit in your life. You are giving your wealth, attention, away for free. The change. Today, commit to stealing back 1 focused hour. Use it to read, learn a skill, or build your business. Focus is the new genius. Lesson 2. The myth of motivation. Build a system, not a mood. We are addicted to the feeling of motivation. We wait for the perfect mood, the perfect day, the perfect energy to start. We are waiting to feel like a winner before we enter the race. This is the single biggest trap. Success is not built on motivation. It is built on discipline and systems. Motivation asks, do I feel like doing this today? Discipline answers, it doesn't matter how I feel. This is the standard. The world's most successful people, the unstoppable forces you admire, don't wake up every day feeling like crushing it. They wake up and execute their system. Their willpower is not needed because the routine, the habit, the discipline is already installed. The first deep dive, the discipline of showing up. The 2 wolves. Inside you live 2 versions of yourself. The emotional self, controlled by feelings, comfort, and immediate gratification. It says, I'll start tomorrow. The rational self, controlled by long-term goals, commitment, and truth. It says, we start now regardless of the feeling. The battle. You don't need to win every battle against your emotional self, but you must win the first 5 minutes. Don't want to work out? Commit to putting on your shoes and going outside for 5 minutes. Don't want to study English? Commit to opening the book for 5 minutes. Don't want to write? Commit to opening the laptop and typing one sentence. In those first 5 minutes, the resistance fades. You override the emotional self with the action of the rational self. Momentum becomes your motivation. Action segment. Install the unstoppable microhabit. Choose one thing you know you should do but consistently avoid, e.g., wake up early, exercise, learn. The system. Define it. Make the action so small it's impossible to fail. E.g., I will do 10 push-ups. Or, I will read for 2 minutes. Stack it. Attach it to an existing habit. E.g., after I brush my teeth, I will do 10 push-ups. Repeat. Do this for 7 days without fail. Do not wait for motivation. Discipline is not about doing hard things. It's about doing the same things consistently until they become easy. Lesson 3, the comfort zone, the graveyard of great ideas. You want a life that is radically different from your current one, but you are still performing the same routines, surrounded by the same people, and thinking the same thoughts. That is the definition of insanity. Your comfort zone is a beautiful, quiet space. It keeps you safe. It shields you from failure, judgment, and the hard work of change. But that safety comes at an irreversible price, the death of your potential. The cost of comfort, regret. At the end of your life, you will not regret the risks you took and failed. You will regret the risks you were too afraid to take. Stagnation. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. Growth requires movement, and movement creates friction. Irrelevance. The world changes fast. If you stop learning and stop adapting because the new process is uncomfortable, you will become obsolete. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Think of the greatest innovators, the most fluent English speakers, the most resilient entrepreneurs. They didn't start perfect. They started messy, they failed publicly, and they kept going. They embraced the discomfort. If you want to speak fluent English, you must accept the discomfort of making mistakes. You must accept the shame of sounding silly. That one moment of embarrassment is the price. You pay for a lifetime of confidence and opportunity, and the second deep dive facing the fear of judgment. The number one thing that keeps people trapped is the fear of what will they think. The truth? They don't care. People are too busy thinking about themselves and their own lives to spend more than 30 seconds judging your new attempt. And if they do laugh, let them. Their laughter is a compliment to your courage. It means you are doing something they are too afraid to do. The solution is exposure therapy. Intentionally do something that causes you mild discomfort every day. Action segment. The Daily Discomfort Challenge. Choose one of these every single day for a week. Speak up. Speak English to a stranger, a colleague, or a friend, even if it's awkward. Say no. Say no to a low-value invitation or request that wastes your time. Do the hard thing first. Tackle the most difficult task on your to-do list before checking email or social media. Train yourself to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is where all your success lives. Lesson 4. The power of self-control. You versus the liar inside. Willpower is not a mystical gift. It is a muscle that must be trained. The vast majority of people allow their feelings to control their actions. I feel tired, so I will sleep late. I feel stressed, so I will scroll for an hour. I don't feel motivated, so I will procrastinate. Your feelings are liars. They are designed for short-term survival, not long-term success. They tell you to choose the easy path, but the easy path leads to a hard life. The hard path leads to an easy life. The lie of perfection? You wait for the moment when everything is perfect. Perfect idea, perfect funds, perfect health. That moment will never arrive. Perfection is just high-level procrastination. The truth is, you must do the work when you are tired, when you are broke, when you are scared, and when you are heartbroken. The act of forcing yourself to show up despite the resistance is the training. It is the moment you build self-trust. If you consistently break promises to yourself, like waking up at 6 a.m. or studying for 1 hour, you teach your subconscious mind that your own word is worthless. You lose the trust of the one person you need the most, yourself. Your life is a direct reflection of the promises you keep to yourself. On the third deep dive, the law of non-negotiable. Successful people have non-negotiable tasks. These are things that will happen every day, regardless of mood, weather, or circumstances. They are the backbone of their discipline. Waking up at a specific time, exercise for 30 minutes, working on the main goal for 90 focused minutes. When you make something non-negotiable, you remove the decision-making process. You don't ask, should I do this? You simply ask, how will I do this? Action segment, the 3 non-negotiables. Write down 3 tasks that you will commit to doing every single day for the next 30 days. These must be growth-oriented and small enough to be manageable. Example, study English for 30 minutes. Example, meditate for 5 minutes. Example, plan my day before breakfast. Commitment is not what you do when it's convenient. Commitment is what you do when the universe is actively working against you. Lesson 5, the trap of comparison. Your story is unique. We live in the age of the highlight reel. You scroll through social media and see someone with the perfect body, the dream car, the successful business, the flawless relationship, and you immediately fall into the trap of self-hatred. You look at their finished chapter and compare it to your messy beginning. This comparison is the fastest way to kill your own unique path. The 2 hidden truths. The hidden pain. You don't see the 10 years of invisible failures, the debt, the lonely nights, the public rejections, or the 4 a.m. alarm clocks they had to face. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes footage to their red carpet moment, your own timeline. You were given a unique destiny, a unique set of challenges, and a unique timeline. A rose and an oak tree grow at different speeds, but both become majestic in their own time. Stop rushing your growth based on someone else's harvest. Comparison kills confidence. Confidence is built on personal progress. Instead of comparing your life to theirs, compare your current self to your past self. Are you 1% better today than you were yesterday? That 1% improvement is where true confidence comes from. The 4th deep dive, the rule of inspiration over envy. When you see someone successful, your immediate reaction can be one of 2 things. Envy. Why do they have that and I don't? A mindset of lack and self-pity. Inspiration. If they can do that, what must I change in my system to achieve something similar? A mindset of growth and learning. Shift your focus from what they have to what they did. Study their habits, their discipline, and their actions. Use their success as a data point for your own strategy, not as a weapon against your self-worth. Our action segment, the unfollow focus tactic. The unfollow. Identify 3 people or accounts that consistently make you feel inadequate or stressed. Unfollow or mute them immediately. Protect your mental space. The focus. Write down 3 things you are genuinely better at or have achieved in the last 6 months that you often forget. Keep this list visible. Focus on your unique wins. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Lesson 6, the final choice, the ticking clock. We come to the end of this conversation, but the beginning of your action. You have heard the lessons. Time is being stolen. Motivation is useless without system. Comfort is a trap. Your feelings are liars. Now what are you going to do? The cruelest reality of life is that the clock is ticking, and it doesn't care about your potential, your excuses, or your confusion. It just keeps moving. In 10 years, you will be the same person you are today, except for 2 things, the books you read and the people you meet. But more importantly, in 10 years, you will either be living the life of your dreams or experiencing the deepest pain in the human experience, regret. Regret is not the pain of failure. It is the pain of unlived potential. It is the ghost of the person you could have been standing over the grave of the person you chose to be. You have 1 life, 1 shot. You are not a draft. This is the final version. You are not waiting for a sign. You are the sign. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for the feeling. The time to start speaking English better, building your business, writing that book, fixing your health, and becoming the unstoppable force you were born to be is not next week. It is not tomorrow. It is RIGTNOW. You are not weak. You are not unlucky. You are simply undisciplined. And that you can change. Pick yourself up, clean the slate, forgive yourself for yesterday, and start building the legacy that is waiting for you. Go now. If this conversation resonated with you, if it gave you that necessary jolt of energy and truth, don't just close the tab. Take action. Commit to your 3 non-negotiables immediately. Subscribe to this channel. We don't bring sugar-coated lies. We bring the hard truth and the actionable discipline required for a life worth living. I will see you in the next one. Stay disciplined. Stay hungry.